Eni ogoshoka ondige na odie okamugere. Mwokana kyo ikine wonana gia mutire nake nande hogora nakonge okamunera.
Well, my dear listeners and my dear viewers, thank you so much for joining me again this wonderful week on Hear My True Story podcast. It is me, your host Otako, on Hear My True Story podcast and this wonderful YouTube channel, Hear My True Story. What a wonderful week. Anyway, I'm always excited and happy to have new followers, new viewers, and new subscribers. Thank you so much for supporting this wonderful podcast, this wonderful YouTube channel. That makes me so happy. Well, today, what am I going to talk about? Anyway, I've been the previous days a little bit busy looking at my YouTube channel and looking at the comments that the viewers and the subscribers leave for me. And then I passed by a question. Someone asked me, how do I find myself in Germany and live there for a long time Well, if you are that person, an international student, someone or a job seeker looking to stay and live in Germany for a long time, this is the right video for you to watch. So today, I'm going to talk about one interesting topic that is called the Bundesvolunteer Service, if I say it in English, but in German it is called the Bundesfreiwilligendienst program. You can call it BFD. So anyway, my dear viewers, today I'm going to talk about this. I'll share with you what is BFD, what are the advantages of it for a foreigner, mainly for non-European foreigners. What can I benefit from it if I choose to come to Germany through the Bundesvolunteer Service? Well, you pay attention today. I share that with you. So to give you a little bit of background and interesting story, my personal story, I came to Germany through the Bundesfreiwilligendienst program, where I came to volunteer in Germany through this Bundesvolunteer Service for 24 months. So this program runs between 6 to 24 months, and you can decide, you can apply to any sector where you want to volunteer, and you come and volunteer. For me as a person, I came as a volunteer through a theater volunteer program under the BFD, and I volunteered in the theater for 6 to 24 months. So through that, I was able personally to find myself networks, friends, and at the same time, opportunities to study and also to find a job market. So having come to Germany through that volunteer program, I was able to get what you call it, a visa that allows me to volunteer for that period of time of 6 to 24 months. And after that, I changed my residence permit to someone who's training to become an educator in Germany. Then after my training, and then I became a professional educator in Germany, and now I'm fully working here in this wonderful country. Today I'll break it down for you, mainly for those who are deciding this year 2025 that they want to come to Germany and live here for a long period of time through this program. So as a foreigner, not a European citizen, this program is good for you. Just like me, how it was good for me to find myself here in Germany. What is the Bundesvolunteer Service? The BFD, it is a Bundesvolunteer Service program that is open to all people of all ages. Yes, you can come to Germany even though you are over 27 years old. That means that you can apply for this program and come and volunteer in Germany. And of course, you can volunteer in various sectors. You can volunteer in art and culture. You can volunteer in the education fields. You can volunteer in the cultural fields. You can volunteer in the ecological fields. You can decide by yourself where you want to volunteer. So as someone who is choosing to come to Germany, this could be your wonderful program to consider before you come to Germany. As I mentioned before, you don't have to be a European citizen. It is open for any citizen from the globe. For anyone coming from wherever you're coming from, you can apply for this volunteer program and then you come to Germany. Why do most people choose this Bundes volunteer service program as a way of them coming to Germany? So, as you know, my dear viewers, as a person who's trying to look online and to decide which European country do I want to come to, you realize to find that this program is one of the popular among foreigners. Why is it popular among foreigners? Why do people like applying through the BFD, through the Bundes Volunteer Service Program, to come and find themselves a life and build a new life in Germany? Why? So here are some of the interesting reasons why people choose to come to Germany through the Bundes Volunteer Service Program. One is the visa opportunity. So you can find yourself a visa quickly when you are coming to Germany as a volunteer. That means that you could be given that opportunity because you are coming to join the German system, but also to support the system through a volunteer service. Everything will be paid for that because you are coming to support a system. You are coming to be part of a system that is building up Germany. Another thing, why do people choose this program is that it has the opportunity for you as a person to improve your German language. You could come here to Germany when your German skill is not that good. But through the years or through the 24 months when you are volunteering, you have the opportunity as a person to improve your German speaking skills, German writing skills, because you will have opportunity to further train your German language. Another thing, why do people choose this? Is because of the working experience. In the 24 month or 6 to 24 months when you are volunteering here in Germany, you have the opportunity. Let me say, for example, you are volunteering in the education field. So in the 24 months, you are gaining skills, you are gaining experience, and experience in Germany is valued in the work market or even in the education field. It is valued. And this experience will be considered in your next steps when you are choosing to stay and live in Germany. Another good chance about coming to Germany through the Bundes Volunteer Service Program is that you get the opportunity to networking with other people, getting to meet people, making friends, finding mentors, creating networks, and getting to know people who are there to support you in the choices you're going to make in this new country that you would like to call your second home. So this program provides that opportunity. Why? For example, personally, when I was volunteering for the 24 months, I was able to meet people, I was able to create friends, I was able to realize where is my interest of work, find people who could mentor me, find people who could advise me. Well, you are here, but this is the opportunity that you can do as a person deciding to live and stay in Germany for a long time of your life. So, my dear viewers, my dear listeners, for those who are choosing to come to Germany, you come to the volunteer program, you come to the Bundes Volunteer Service Program, you'll be able to get that network that you are missing if you are back home in your home country. And for sure, let me be real. Let me tell you guys, my dear viewers, many of the volunteers who come to Germany through the Bundes Volunteer Service Program, definitely they will choose to stay longer in Germany. I'm not lying because I personally came as a volunteer in Germany and I'm here living in Germany after my volunteer program with a residence permit that allows me to work because I got the opportunity to improve my language, to find school, and at the same time to train professionally, and now I'm fully employed working. So that makes that many people who come to Germany as volunteers, you stand a chance to live here longer. Of course, it is not always a must, but people make a choice either to stay longer than 24 months or they go back to their home country. But as you stay, you are going to benefit the society, the people around you, because you will be fully employed in the work market of Germany, or call it the Arbeitsmarkt. So now let me talk about the most important thing, how to apply for the Bundesvolunteer Service Program. Where do I find that information? How do I find myself getting the right information? And how do I apply for it? In this video, I'll try to break down for you what can I do, where can I find the right information for this Bundesvolunteer Service Program. First and foremost, you need to know the official sites, the official information sites where you can find the Bundesvolunteer Service. This is what you can do. You can go online, put in information. How do I find myself the Bundesvolunteer Service Program? And there will come various information for you to click on. But on this video, I've put for you a little bit of the links that you can click down, and you'll make yourself to the right official sites of where you can find the right information of how to apply for the Bundesvolunteer Service Program. And it is in the link below. You go down, click on that link, and then you find yourself the right information. Of course, if you can't click there, you can just go to Arbeitsagentur. That's where you can also find more information about the Bundesfreiwilligendienst program, or where you can find more information about the Bundesvolunteer Service in Germany. Step 2, you need to submit your application. How do I submit my application? Well, this is what is most important. After you finding yourself a suitable volunteer program opportunity, or maybe for you, after finding a suitable Bundesvolunteer Service placement, you need to write an application. Because each Bundesvolunteer Service placement requires you to have an application where you need to write yourself a motivation letter. In my previous videos, I did that. I did share with you how to write yourself a motivation letter that could be good for you when you're applying for this BFD. At the same time, you need to have a CV. So you write yourself the CV because you'll need it when you're applying for this BFD. And then from there, the most important thing that people may not consider when they are looking for this is the German language. You need to have the basic German language, at least a certificate in A2 or maybe B1. Personally, for me, when I applied for this BFD, by that time I had B1 because that was the needed certificate for me to apply. I did my B1 from my home country, and then I applied. So before you choose anything, you need to first choose yourself a language training course where in your home country, there are many places you can definitely train the German language, and you get yourself a certificate, A2 at most, maybe B1. But those are two important certificates that you need to have before you come to Germany. And then the last step would be the interview. Definitely you'll be interviewed. If you're accepted, you'll get a short interview, and then you'll sign yourself a contract. And the moment you sign the contract, that means that you can use this contract as you're applying for yourself for the visa. So I can count for the steps. 1, you find the placement. After finding the placement, you write an application, and the application, you need to at least have a motivation letter, you need to have a CV, and also you need to at least attach your C1 and B1 certificate if you have one of them. That could be good for you. I mean, from that, you can carry those documents and use them as you're applying for the visa to come to Germany. And then you'll get that special visa for you that allows you to come to Germany and volunteer for the 24 months. And I know right now, as people are watching this video, asking themselves, how much good German should I know before I come to Germany? Anyway, you only need this A2 or B1 certificate. Of course, with that, your German is okay. Yeah, you can order food when you are in Germany. But definitely when you come to Germany, you'll have yourself an opportunity to improve the language. So don't worry about the skills. Don't worry about how good is my German. Worry about how do I find myself the placement. And the moment you get yourself A1, A2, B1, the language will definitely improve the moment you're living in Germany. So no need of worrying about how good am I at speaking German. Yeah, so that's what I can say. And of course, if you're worried of speaking German, don't worry. There are many apps in this wonderful world we are living in right now. Technology has really improved so fast. People can use different apps and they improve their language. So don't worry. You'll have people to speak to in German. At the same time, you'll have apps to support you in reading or understanding German. And at the same time, you'll be able to improve your language here in Germany. No worries about that. I hope you don't get worried. Yeah, so there's another thing maybe someone would be asking themselves, what is the typical day? How does it look to be volunteering in Germany under the Bundes Volunteer Service Program? Anyway, I can definitely break it down for you from my personal experience. So for example, if you are employed or if you are given a placement in, let me say, a daycare center where you have to go and do your volunteer program for 24 months, you will definitely be integrated in the day-to-day activities of that institution. For example, in the morning, you'll definitely report at work at 8 a.m. in the morning German time, and then you'll be part of the day activities. If it's a daycare center, you are there when they're having their breakfast, you are there when they're going outside to play, you are there when they're doing their day-to-day activities with the kids, you are there when kids are doing their free play, you are there up to around 16 hours, up to around 4 p.m., and then you come back home because you got a volunteer program which is full-time. So you are there full-time, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., where you work your hours and you also have a break in between. So you don't have to worry about that. The most important thing is that you choose the right placement. Choose what you love most. I chose theater because I like doing theater, and I was always there when theater activities are happening. And then I volunteered my 24-month in theater, and that was my way. So if you are there, you're saying, maybe I want to volunteer in a daycare center, I want to volunteer in the a home for elderly people, I want to volunteer in the hospital, I want to volunteer in the anything, culture centrum or culture center, whatever you choose what you like most. Because when you like something, you love it, you'll enjoy doing it the 24 months as a volunteer. And also to say, some placements will provide you with lunch. So you will not have to worry about lunch. Because some placements would say, yeah, he or she is volunteering, so we offer them lunch. And that would be nice for you because it is important for you to eat something. Yes, lunch food is important, but at the same time, it is expensive when you are volunteering and you have to cater for your food. So these are the things that you can ask your placement. Are there opportunities of having lunch during my work time? Then they'll let you know whether it is there or it's not there. And of course, some volunteer placements will offer you accommodation. Well, that's also good because some would be able to offer that. Personally, my placement didn't offer accommodation because it was not full-time volunteer service program. It was part-time volunteer service program, and I was able to find myself part-time jobs where I can definitely cover my accommodation. However, I know many people came through this program of Bundes Volunteer Service and were able to get also accommodation, and also they could get food at their workplace. So that is possible. You don't need to worry about that. So now let's talk about the advantages that come with the Bundes Volunteer Service Program. When you come to Germany and volunteer, you will have an opportunity to get a monthly allowance. Of course, that monthly allowance is not too much, but it could range from around 400 or maybe to 426 euros a month. That's an allowance for you. It's not salary. It's an allowance for you to stay and live in Germany, for you to buy yourself things that you need. At the same time, it will come with some placements where they say we are going to offer you accommodation and where you stay and where you live. I know there are people who were offered accommodation when they were living in Germany during their Bundes volunteer service programs, and it was possible. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that. Another advantage that comes with this Bundes volunteer service program is 100% health insurance, fully covered. Health insurance that is fully covered. That one you can rarely find it in Germany, because insurance in Germany is very important, and anyone living and staying in Germany or deciding to come to this country, they will ask you, what is your insurance plan? Who's going to cover your insurance when you live in Germany? Even at the embassy, when you're applying for these visas, they will ask for that. The employer is going to cover the insurance. So you volunteer, your insurance is fully covered. You'll have your monthly allowance, which is between 400 to 426 euros, dependingly. Right now, I don't know how much it is, but that was the range by then. And for non-European citizens, you'll get visa supports, because the person who's giving you this placement, they will provide you with all documents that you need for your visa. And that means that they are going to support you in the visa process so that you get yourself a visa. I know it can be so difficult to find a visa when you decide to come to Germany, because embassies have their bureaucracy, and bureaucracy is part of life in Germany. So bureaucracy will be always there. So you need to be patient, and when you get the right paperwork, documents, and everything, you apply for your visa at the embassy, and then the embassy will give you the visa, and then you'll come to Germany. Another thing that people maybe don't understand about the German working system, but however, it also applies to the volunteer service system. If you come to volunteer, you are also entitled to holidays, between 25 to 30 days holidays a year. And these holidays are paid holidays. So in the year, you have your Saturdays of holidays that are paid, and you have to take them. So you don't have to worry if you take holidays, if you'll be paid. For example, the day today I'm working, I'm supposed to be at work. It's a Monday in March. I'm supposed to be at work, but I have holiday. So I took my holiday, but it is paid. So even me, during my volunteer service, I got holidays, but my holidays were paid. So you have holidays, but these holidays are also paid. That is the advantage when you come to Germany as a volunteer, Bundesvolunteer service. So I may say, my dear viewers and my dear listeners, I think this is not so bad. Yeah, when you decide to come to Germany to be as a volunteer, right? I know there are other opportunities, better opportunities, but if you are coming to Germany as a job seeker, or maybe as a student, or maybe someone who wants to just change their life and come to a new home, a new place that they can call home, Germany is good for you. Definitely, the Bundesvolunteer service is there as an opportunity for you to come to Germany. Well, I can say Germany is still looking for workers. Young professional workers. So definitely, through the volunteer service program, you could find yourself to be like Otako, who came to Germany as a volunteer in theater, and from there trained Ausbildung, and then from there got employment, and now fully employed. That is the story I can share with you today. So my dear viewers and my dear listeners, these are my tips. When you decide to come to Germany, use that Bundesvolunteer service, or call it Bundesfreiwilligendienst program, to come to Germany, to build a professional network, to make friends, to find the right education opportunities, to find the right university study programs, to find right jobs. You may say, well, I'm already trained, I have my bachelor's, my master's. Well, you can apply as a professional worker and you come, but you find that's difficult and you want to acquire some experience in the field of work of your interest, then you can use the Bundesvolunteer service program. And then with that, you can be able to work and stay in Germany for a long time. And the moment when you get that BFD or that volunteers program, to think of going to university, think of joining a vocational training, like me, I did. I joined the vocational training, and now I'm a professional educator in Germany. And then after that, you look for a job. And the moment you look for a job, you'll definitely be able to be fully integrated in the system, work, get paid, and support the system. My final words are this. If you are a person who is looking to come to Germany, well, BFD, or call it Bundesfreiwilligendienst, or call it Bundes Volunteer Service Program, is a golden ticket for you. You will be able to come to Germany as a stepping stone, do your volunteer service for 24 months, apply to a vocational training, find a job, get yourself permanent stay residence, and live happily in this wonderful, beautiful country called Germany. So my dear viewers and my dear listeners, I'm happy that you always follow this wonderful YouTube channel. And if you are that person who is saying, well, I'm happy of the information I got here, share this with a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And by the way, don't forget to subscribe if you are enjoying these wonderful videos that I do. Of course, I'm not able to do them weekly, but at least I put out a video for you, my dear viewers. Subscribe, like, share them with the people who are interested in this kind of information. And thank you so much for always supporting Hear My True Story YouTube channel, and also for those who are listening to Hear My True Story podcast. I'm so grateful. I'm so happy to have you, my dear viewers and my dear listeners. It has been me, Otako, the host of Hear My True Story podcast, and thank you. And I'd like to say bye for now. Till next time when I share with you another story. For those who are leaving comments, please leave the comments, and I would always try to do a video about certain topics. I know I have a lot of topics that people have suggested to me. I'm really overwhelmed with work and everything, and I cannot do them as required, but be patient with me, and I do that. If more viewers are here and I'm gaining more support and more viewership on this YouTube channel, well, I may invest more of my time there. But for now, I want to say bye. Thank you. Thank you for always listening to Hear My True Story podcast and watching my YouTube channel. It has been me, Otako, once again. Bye.